Good morning. Welcome, Boost Biz family. I am Connie Kircher. I serve as the owner and founder of Switchboard Networking Boutique, and we are so excited to have Gary Barnes here in our presence, in all of his excellence, to share some tools for rebooting our mindset. As you can tell me, rebooting our brain for success in your business. So we've already done some informal introductions here in the room. So for the virtual community that's joining us, one, we love for you to come to actual face-to-face time with us. We've already gotten some secret nuggets that Gary has not shared with you all because we're just going live now. So we would love for you all to come face-to-face for moving forward for Boost Biz. So without further ado, we are going to introduce Gary. We are going to have interaction in the room. If there's comments or questions, go ahead and post those in the comment section on the video. I will be watching that live and being able to address that per your audience. And then go ahead and share this video to different circles of influences or different groups right now that know they need a reboot for their brain. So Gary Barnes is a breakthrough business mastery coach, a high-performance business and sales strategist, popular national and international speaker, and award-winning #1 international Amazon best-selling author of 9 books. Gary's clients have spanned over 7 countries and has been published by many outlets, including the Boston Globe, LA Daily News, Miami Herald, CBS Money Watch, Morning Star, and Worth Magazine. He has been featured on, let's see if I can get them all right, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, PBS, and TEDx. He is the founder of Gary Barnes International. As a leading authority, he has created several successful companies, personally selling over $280 million in products and services. He also understands dealing with adversity. In 1988, Gary was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and was told that he would be in a wheelchair or dead in 10 years. We're excited to say Gary is alive and ready to rock and roll today. He also loves adventure and has completed a world-class 40-foot firewall, holy moly, flown a World War II P-51 fighter, flown on a trapeze, driven in a destruction derby. His name of the car was called Purple Passion, completed a 75-foot bungee jump, and climbed a 14,000-foot mountain. He is a drummer and a police academy graduate. He believes that your worst day is the day you met the man or woman you could have been. It is a choice, and we are so excited that he has made the choice to pour into us today. Gary, thank you for coming today.
Well, thank you, Connie, and thank you for coming today. We're going to have a lot of fun. And you're going to know something about me. I ask a lot of questions because the questions lead us to an answer that lead us to a better question. It's not about the answers, guys. So here's your first question. What does it take to go from being a spectator to being a participant? Oh, okay, so here's a rule. We got a rule. When I ask a question, silence is not golden. Come on, guys. So what do you think? There's no wrong answer.
Getting into the action.
Action, okay, that's part of it. But specifically, what does it take? So think about, you have people at a sporting event. You have people in the stands. What are they?
Spectators.
Spectators. But now you have teams on the field, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, correct? Mm-hmm. So you have people on the sidelines. What are they?
Coaches.
Support.
Well, you have coaches and team members. Yeah. So are they spectators or participants?
Participants.
Are they? Are they actively participating in the outcome? Here, that's the key. The outcome of the game. The ones on the field are the ones that have the direct outcome, and they are the only participants at that moment. So literally, the answer is one step. One step, you're on the sidelines. You're still a spectator. The next moment, you are a participant. See, I had this question asked to me, and I heard it from a voice from above. I don't know why my voice is that way, but I did. I literally heard it, and my voice was none other than that of James Earl Jones. And James Earl Jones asked me that question, and I thought it was a great question, but I was so busy, and we were talking about being focused earlier and how to get more done. I was so busy. I had built my financial planning firm to the top 3% in the country being a solo producer. I thought I had everything engaged, but what I realized at that moment was I had created a lifestyle that my family was enjoying that I was not participating in. I was creating, but not participating. And so he came to me a second time because the first time he asked me that, I actually ignored it. You know, it takes something to ignore James Earl Jones. The second time he asked the same question, are you a spectator or are you a participant? But he added 3 words. It's your choice. At that moment, I woke up in a cold sweat, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was a literal dream that I had. And I had to make a decision. See, it wasn't, a no decision was still a decision. And so from that point on, I have been speaking my entire career. My early background was psychology and theology, so I always say I argued with myself from a very early age. And so this has been sort of a normal outflow, but I had never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd be doing what I do today. I sold that financial planning practice about 17 years ago, and everything has opened up since then. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you is a concept of what I call the no-try way. You know, when we do something and we get a result that we don't want, what do we normally say?
It didn't work.
It didn't work, or we gave it the good old college try. I truly believe there is no such thing as try. Where did the wisdom of no try come from?
Yoda.
Yoda! And what is Yoda? You do or do not. There is no try. In many languages, there is no translation for the English word try. We have created it as an excuse for not getting a result that we want. So people have argued with me. I love when people argue with me because they said, okay, in fact, my license plate on my car, if you notice the convertible out there, the license plate says no try. So people are always saying, oh, what is that? And I say Yoda, they go, well, what about this? And they want to justify to keep the word in their language. And so what I did, I came up with a schematic of how this is not an appropriate word, and I'd like to encourage you to eliminate it from your language. Because let me ask you this. You're throwing a dinner party Saturday night. You're speaking to your best friend, and you say, would you come to the dinner party? And they say, we'll try to make it. Do you expect them to show up?
No.
You don't, do you? It's an excuse to go to a site. And part of it, and as business owners, sales professionals, entrepreneurs, one of the words that we hate hearing is
Maybe.
no. Yeah, maybe it's even worse. Yeah, that throws a little carrot out in front of you. But we hate hearing no, when in reality, no is a great answer. Because our most valuable asset that any of us have in life is time. And if we are using and investing the time instead of spending time, then when we get a no, it allows us to determine where we are determining and making a conscious decision. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the no-try way is we make a decision. We're going to do something. We have a concept. In the beginning of the year, we used to do what was called what? New Year's resolutions. How many of you still do that, by the way? Yeah, most people don't. You know, I've asked audiences, thousands and thousands of people, why they don't, and the most common answer is, why would I want to feel bad on January 3 when I'm already so far behind that I know that I can never catch up? And so we have literally taught ourselves not to dream, not to make a decision, because we also don't want to be bad. We have had training over the years as children that in some countries, in some parts of Canada, when kids turn in their homework and they get it graded, when they get it back, it's all marked up in green. And it's everything they got right, not everything they got wrong. So we have this aversion to being wrong, to being bad, to being inadequate. So make a decision, and then we put action to it. Now here's a challenge. If we're not totally committed to that action, we're not going to put the total effort into that action step. And are you going to get the result? Most of the time, it's like putting halfway. If we were talking about the space shuttle earlier, and you know it takes 98% of the energy to get it to break the surface of the Earth. let's say they said, we want to conserve fuel, we're only going to use 50%, and it didn't work. Would they say it didn't work? They just didn't put enough energy. They didn't do the full commitment to get that decision into action. And then we get a result. Now, when we get a result that we don't want, that's when we want to justify and make some kind of, rationale why it didn't work. And we said, well, I tried. Things just didn't work out. The reality is, at that moment, if you got something that you didn't want, or it didn't totally come to fruition, or what you were wanting out of that response, or that investment of time, energy, and money, it just makes it a new point of decision. It's just, do you want to re-engage? What are you going to do differently? It's a process that I call launch and adjust. Because we don't know when we start something what the results are going to be. In fact, we cannot control results. The only thing that we can control is our activity. And so much of the time we look at the results of whether it's bad or good, instead of that longer term and combining that long and short term so that we have that ability to be able to measure where we're going, what to adjust. See, the other thing is sometimes we get to a point and they go, well, we're going to scrap everything and start over again, when you just need to adjust one little bit. I remember I was raised in a service station. My dad had service stations back when cars were not computers. And there was a thing called a distributor. And there was a process called timing. And that meant that that distributor was adjusted on degrees for when the cylinders would have a spark to fire to have that combustion. Now, if that distributor was off 1/8 of a degree, that car would not start. So we could say, hey, I'm going to replace the engine, I'm going to do all this other stuff, and all it needed was a tweak for it to have its fulfillment for what it was designed for. So the no try way. So I really encourage you, eliminate try. Now, one great way to do this is to tell your significant other, spouse, your children, every time you hear me use the word try, give me a pattern interrupt. And at my events, I have the whole audience, when they hear it, they go, eh. And it really is something that, and people will swear to me that the only time that I have ever used that word is in your presence. I don't believe that, but we don't hear it. So it's about having that subconscious awareness into our conscious awareness. So, beliefs. We've heard a lot about beliefs. And one of the things that I really believe is facts are stories until they become beliefs. Facts are stories until they become beliefs. This is another one of my Garyisms that people have argued with me for a long time. But I said, it wasn't all that long ago that the entire world revolved around the belief that the earth was
flat.
But was it? No. Also, it was even closer in than that. The smallest thing in the universe was believed to be what? The cell. And then the cell, they found that there was something inside the cell. What was that? The atom. And then inside the atom, they found there was 3 things. Do you remember what those are?
Proton, neutron, and electron.
Proton, neutron, and electron. By the way, where did those words come from? They're made up. Every single word that we use is made up. We have agreed that this phrase, this sound, means something. So communication is one of those unique things. My wife is an analytical driver. I'm an expressive driver. When we would leave the house in the morning, I would say, have a fun day, and she'd get mad. She goes, I'm not doing anything of importance. I'm not going to have anything substantive to show for my work for the rest of it. And I'm going, I'm sorry. And then she goes, have a fulfilling day. And it felt like strapping a 357 engine on my back. Okay, I'll trudge through the day. And all it was, we were saying, have a good day. That's all we were wanting to communicate. But that wasn't what was being received. So facts are stories until they become beliefs. And here's something else, is 99% of our results, your results, are either consciously or subconsciously determined. The challenge is most of the results that most of us have are derived from our subconscious. So some of what we're going to be talking about is how to program that subconscious to get conscious results that we want, deliberate, focused results. So, and we talked about this a little bit. In 1988, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I called it bonus time because now, what is it, 29 years later? So, you know, neener, I'm still here. Literally, I told the doctor, when I was numb from the neck down, I had no feelings at all. I had lost the ability to write. I had lost the ability to walk. And he told me, go home, enjoy your life, because you're not going to be here. And I literally said, it's got to catch me. I'm not waiting around for it. And he goes, that's okay. You're in a state of denial. It'll catch up to you, whatever. But the thing is, I'm not going to go into the story today because of time. But the reality is, I could have believed his prognosis because he was the doctor. He had the information. But I had a choice because it was my life. What was I going to do with it? Because the whole thing about living is I want quality, not just quantity. If I have my choice, I'll take both. But I wanted to live a quality life. And so out of that came the first book, How a Beaver Saved My Life. One of the things that I tell people is I would not wish my life on anyone, but I would not change anything because I would not be the person I am today if I did. And when this book came out, I didn't think anybody would ever want to, hear the story. I thought it was kind of boring. And what happened was PBS called me to actually do 4 syndicated shows because of that book. TEDx called me. I never applied to TEDx. They called me and said, would you please come and do that story? And I'm getting calls. I've had 5 or 6 calls this month because the story is out there. And I'm going to share with the group 3 secrets, 3 keys to success in any business after we get done here in the Q&A. And one of them is I'm going to show you and why that happened with this book. And by the way, I hate writing. I despise it. It's painful. I'm an expressive driver. I like this. Sit down and looking at it. So I have spoken all of my books because to this day, I have no feelings or coordination in my hands. So what do we do with it? How many of you feel disempowered at times? So, and for you that are watching on the virtual, I'd like you to please follow along and do this with us as well. If I was to share with you that in the next 2.5 minutes, I'm going to share with you how to grow your fingers, would you believe me? Would you believe me? Are you willing to play? And by the way, it doesn't matter if you believe that it can happen or not. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take and look for that line on your wrist that goes clear across. And just match it up to your other hand and put your hands together. And when you do, usually one hand is a little bit longer than the other. So the shorter hand, what I'd like you to do is to put it up and be like Spock. Put it up, spread your fingers wide. Take your other hand, not totally I have to be a little less literal here. Put your hand down, and take your other hand and put it on your stomach. And then close your eyes. Repeat after me. My fingers are growing.
My fingers are growing.
They're growing longer.
They're growing longer.
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 They're really growing.
They're really growing.
Open your eyes and put your hands back together again. I learned this from a Qigong master about 20 years ago. He says it takes 20 minutes to get an audience ready to do this. I had Jack Canfield. Some of you may know Jack from Chicken Soup for the Soul. He now does this from stage, and he takes people about 10, 15 minutes to get them ready. I just did it in 2. But I don't want to leave you in awkward position of being abnormal. So I'd like you to put that hand back up in the air, put the other hand on your stomach, close your eyes, and say, go back.
Go back.
Put your hands back together. I'm trying to freak out here. You know, but the thing is that the next time, this can be an anchor for you. The next time you come up against something that you feel is difficult, that you don't know how or, you know, where to go, what to do, remember that you just did something that 99.9% of the world's population would say it's impossible. You did it. The body and the mind have a magnificent way of coordinating with each other. People have asked me how I healed myself. I don't believe I did. I believe I rewired myself. The feelings and the sensation that I have in my body today is different from what you have, but it serves me. I can still do the things that are important to me. Is it something that I had to adjust to? Absolutely. But the empowerment is something that is unique because we have given up that empowerment so much of the time to others. When we have a major decision in our business, in our lives, how many times do we go to somebody else and say, what do you think I should do? Why do we do that? Instinctively, intuitively, you already know. And then when you take someone else's advice and it doesn't work out the way you want to, normally the response that you have is, well, I knew I shouldn't have done that. And why did you? We have been taught to. So, I want to go into a process. This is how we start rebooting the brain for success. In the back of each of our brains is a group of cells called the reticular cells. The total reason for those cells is to act as a filter. And we have, well, there's guesstimates right now that we have over 2 billion bits of information that come into our subconscious every second. The reticular cells takes all that information and only allows around 2,000 bits to come into our conscious awareness. Schizophrenia is where the reticular cells are not working. And all of that information is coming through, so you have all of these woke voices, and it's just an overwhelming information overload. And so what do those cells pay attention to? Have you ever bought a car and driven it off the lot and all of a sudden saw that car on the road? Same color, same model, all over? And you go, I didn't know they were there. But were they? They were always there. We just did not give our reticular cells the information about what to pay attention to. So, writing must statements. Tony Robbins did this years ago. In my driver's side, my driver personality, you tell me I must do something, I have a rebellious, you know, I just go, no. Even if it's something I want to do. It's like when you have a present. You know, you must open that. Well, make me. I'm not proud of it, it's just how it is. And so writing must statements didn't work for me. So I was sitting down one day, and I know I'm a little bit strange, but literally I saw the word must drop out of the sentence, and the word get dropped in. And so now we have created a process for the last 20 years of creating get statements. And do get statements work? Get, I wanted to have an acronym, and here's the acronym. Great expectations today. Isn't that expectation of opening a present? I get to go see that new client. I get to go to that networking event. I get to write that new article, that blog. I get to do these things because of the expectation of the result that I want for myself, my business, and my family. So here was one of my get statements a number of years ago. That was a lot of fun. And I have a short video to share with you. Hi everybody, this is Gary Barnes from Denver, Colorado, and I'm in Kissimmee, Florida right now. I just flew Crazy Horse, P-51. It was a phenomenal experience, and I just wanted to let you know that was one of my get statements, a get statement that became a reality. Hold on to your get statements, embrace your get statements, and they will be fulfilled. And I just wanted to share that with you. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you again, and the sky is the limit, literally.
Nice job. Okay, let's do one to the right now. Let's bring the nose up. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Okay, no more power. Check it. Give me 4 right stick. 4 right stick. 4 right stick. 4 right, 4 right. Nice job. How you feeling? Good, good. Yeah, when you're having a fight, hold the nose right here. Okay, now just like a nose. Watch out, hold the nose up. Hold, hold, hold. Fire up there. Hold, hold, hold. Straight back. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Go hard hold. Hold, hold, hold. Good, good. Off the left foot, on the right. Lower hold. Lower hold. Look forward now. Overshot. Good, good. Overshot, overshot. Okay, no more pull, Gary. Pull that stick. A little bit of left hold. All right, hold the nose down here for a little bit. Let's pull the nose up the lower. Now sit back. Pull the nose up. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Nicely done.
One of the best days of my life. You know, the thing is that, you know, I was flying with a F-16, former F-16 pilot, and they all have little taglines and, you know, monikers. Well, I flew with Gomer. You know, it was really interesting, but it's also, if you're around the military, the goofier the name, the better the pilot. And so it was, we did this for an hour and a half and did all the acrobatics. And it was a get statement, but it was actually a get statement that was adjusted because the actual get statement was, I fly with sky fighters, which is dog fighting. And doing it with lasers and all that kind of stuff from the smoke. But this became an opportunity, and I flew to Kissimmee, Florida to do this. So, how do you do it? So, one of the things that I would ask you to do is to get that raw material. What is it that you want to create? What does your future look like? These 5 questions are the building blocks to do that. And it's where do I want, or what do I want to do? What do I want? I got to do it in the order that's here. What do I want to have? What do I want to give? What do I want to be, and where do I want to go? These 5 questions connect with every area of your life. Earlier, before we started the live broadcast, we were talking also about having balance. And not just getting out of balance just because of work. I was out of balance when I had that dream because I was producing large numbers of dollars, but I did not have a life. I was a tool, but of my own making. And so, because I made it, I could adjust. So what I'd like you to do, and we don't have time to do it today, but for those of you that are watching virtually as well, is sometime in the next 24 hours, set a timer for 10 minutes. And ask yourself these questions. And part of the process is don't allow yourself to stop writing down things. Because what happens is that we will write down, you'll have an awareness, Learjet, and then all of a sudden there's a little voice that comes up. Who do you think you are? They're really expensive. Where are you going to park it? Where are you going to, you have all these no. 2 words to use at that moment. Not now. Not now. And actually say it to yourself, or if you're by yourself, I would say it out loud. Because what you're telling your subconscious, there will be a time. But right now, you're just getting raw possibilities to choose from later on. And 10 minutes is because we have a tendency, if we have too much time, our minds will wander. And so there's something called Parkinson's Law, and I use it with time management as well. But Parkinson's Law states a task will expand or contract given the time allotted for the completion of the task. So giving yourself those 10 minutes, you have built in your own personal urgency. But here's the good news. You can do it multiple times, but not consecutively. Allow yourself to have those breathers, to go away and come back. See, I truly, firmly believe, after building my businesses to high levels, helping other businesses around the world, is building a successful business is 80% psychological and emotional. We are looking for the magic beans always. We're going to a program. We're looking for that strategy, that technique that's going to make us whatever we want ourselves to become. in reality, it's when you get up in the morning, what do you say to yourself? How and what motivates you? We've heard about the big why, but we have not seen how to connect that big why into an everyday process. This actually does that. So, creating a get statement. This is a sample of a get statement. I received $100,000 with $80,000 net revenue by December 15th, 2018. Put your own numbers in there, it doesn't matter, this is just an example. By the way, I use $100,000 because that is one of the first thresholds that people psychologically have to get over. Once you do it, it's like becomes the new normal. It just becomes a number. It becomes, I know that first video that we all saw, they said don't make it a game, but it is. It's just a game. And we track it by those numbers for what those numbers can do. And so I want to break this down. First, I said I receive. I didn't say I work hard. I didn't say I'm going to put more time into the office. I'm going to neglect other things. I said I'm just in the process of receiving because I don't know where the revenue is going to come from. I'm open to having it come from any place. Then, why do you think I have two numbers? $100,000 with $80,000 net revenue. Most people, when I see their goals, they have one number. What number do you think I see for most people? The bigger number. Because they want to get that bigger number. And when they achieve that bigger number, they get depressed. Because they don't get to spend that bigger number. They get to spend the second number, that net number, that's their money. The other money is taxes, cost of doing business, the investment, all cost, cost of goods. Whatever it takes to get to that number, there is a spread. And whether even W-2 employees have the two numbers. So this works no matter if you have a W-2 employee or you're an entrepreneur. And then buy. When people put their goals down, most of the time they will put the word on. Why do that? It's buy. What happens when we say buy? It can happen early. 9 times out of 10 it does. I just had, I don't know if any of you know Fatu Dobia. She has a nonprofit, and so she just sent me an email. We do something kind of fun at the boot camp where I call it the letter to self. And all of the things she had put in that letter to herself as far as the get statement, she goes, I forgot that I even had it, I just opened it up, and everything I put down has already happened. It's programming the subconscious. Then, why do I say, particularly on this one with the money goal, December 15th? Any idea? Do you guys want to work during the holidays? So why put your end date? And also, this is a date of accomplishment, not a deadline. The word deadline came out of the Civil War. When the soldiers were capturing the opposite soldiers at such a rate, they did not have the resources or the time to build stockades. They would take the butt of their rifle and draw a line in the dirt and say, stay on that side you live, cross that line, you're dead. It literally means deadline. Why do, and as I get older, I don't like words with I really don't. So why do that? Let's do it a date of accomplishment. And so December 15th, I want the last 2 weeks off. I want to enjoy, get ready, rejuvenate, do all the things, no matter what you do for the holidays. Isn't that what they were designed for? Instead of being kind of frustrated and angry that you're having to work, and then your family's kind of frustrated and angry that you're working, and then you go, is it worth it? I went 9 years one time without a vacation. And it was like, oh, well, I'll catch it next year, and I'll catch it next year. But it doesn't work like that. So, what I'd like you to do is, I think I have it here, yeah, is to create 8 to 10 get statements in having at least one get statement in each of those areas. And then I'd like to handwrite each of those statements every day. There's a reason, and don't do it on the computer, don't type it, handwrite it. there are three modalities on how we learn: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. When we handwrite, we're using the kinesthetic. When it becomes visible on the piece of paper, we're activating the visual. And when we see it, we have this tendency to talk to ourselves. We're actually reading it to ourselves. So it is the fastest way to incorporate a new process, a new habit into your subconscious by doing this. And then making a commitment that you're going to do it for the next 30 days. Next 30 days. I'm not saying it for life. Now here's the secret though. If you stop, you're going to lose it a lot faster than you gain it. And so it usually takes about 6 to 7 days before you will have that very next idea of what's coming the next time. But if you stop for more than 2 or 3 days, it's going to start over. So the process here is, while it's simple, it's very predictable for the results that you're wanting. Now, here's something else with get statements. One of my get statements years ago was to have a Lamborghini. And then I started racing Lamborghinis on a closed racetrack. And I realized going home one day that I would never be able to drive that car the way I just did, having it in my garage. And I didn't need to impress my neighbors. And so that get statement changed. And so it's okay, you can morph. But it's not okay to change it just because you don't see it coming up. Because there's something that I call the gestation period. Whenever we plant a seed, there is a period of time before we get a result or a harvest. And I don't know what that is for you, but I just know that it's going to happen, but we have to stay in the game. So the get statements are something that will serve you for a lifetime. I just appreciate being here with you guys. I know we went through a whole bunch, and here's something that I have offered every time I've done this. When, I didn't say if, when you do your get statements, if you want to email them to me, I will look at them, adjust them, and send them back to you. Because I want to make sure that they're going to do and function the way that you want them to function for you. And sometimes it's just a word. What I have found many times is I get what someone thinks is a get statement and it actually is an action step. So there's a difference there. And it's just Gary at garybarnesinternational.com. Thank you, Connie.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
thank you. So let's go ahead and give a round of applause. We are still live. We are still live. We are still live. So for those in our audience, here's what we do here at Biz Ed. So there's 2 action steps. This is perfect alignment for today's topic. We're going to take 2 people here live in the audience to introduce themselves, go ahead and give a little shout out to their business, and then their one greatest actionable item from what Gary just spoke about. So I'll start first to get the juices flowing because I took a lot of notes here, and then everyone in the audience, make sure that 2 people come up here standing around here. The Parkinson's Law. I've known that, I've learned that, but do I keep that top of mind, Gary? No. And so keeping the timer, keeping something for someone that's an activator on a shorter amount of time as we wrap up quarter 2, that is my greatest takeaway to go. I can, it's not a deadline, I can accomplish a few, the remaining tasks I have here in the next 4 days of the quarter. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, anyone else in the audience wanted to share? Yes, come on up here. You'll introduce you, your business, and then your number 1 actionable item today. And literally, because of the screen, we want you to stand right here, friend. Thank you.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Lorraine Stone. I'm with the Metro North Chamber of Commerce, and I'm the Investor Relations Director, so I help new members come in and grow their business here in the North region. But my greatest takeaway today is empowerment, knowing and believing that I know what to do. So I'm a person that when I'm going to make decisions sometimes, I'll call like several different people and get their feedback, and even though sometimes I know what I want to do and what's best for me, I'll take their advice, and then later on I'm like, why did I listen? So that is just having the belief that I am empowered enough to make my own decisions.
And a word that I would put in there is permission. You're giving yourself permission to take that empowerment back.
Perfect, thank you.
Love it. Love it. Who would like to go next to our Facebook Live world?
I'm Kathy Basel with the Vitality Code, and thank you so much. There are so many nuggets here, but I'm really going to take you up on not only writing the get statements, but I will put those into action action and have it to you within the next 2 days. So go trying there. It'll be there.
Last shout out, does anyone else would like to give their one actionable items for today? All right. Well, we are going to wrap up. So here's just a couple closing thoughts. So Boost Biz Ed was started 8 years ago by Drew Shockley, the founder, and he is visiting from us live right now in Oregon. So thanks, Drew, for sharing and being part of the experience here in Westminster. Everyone says hi. So there is 5 different locations to be part of the Boost Biz community. There's here in Westminster at Switchboard Networking Boutique. Denver has a location, and then also the DTC area, which is the South Denver area. There's a location in San Diego and then also in Corvallis, Oregon. And so go ahead, and if you know networks or colleagues in those areas, we would love to connect them to the Boost Biz community. So on this post, we are going to absolutely make sure that we say like and actually go to Gary Barnes International website to find out about his next upcoming events and to just really become part of his community. It was amazing to see him here live. You're definitely going to want to follow him. 2, if you have not liked Boost Biz and Ed, you would absolutely want to take an action item there to make sure that you know the upcoming events for the summer and for the fall. And then last but not least, we are super, super blessed to have the Westminster location here at Westminster in Switchboard Networking Boutique. So if you'd like to check in or give us a little like, because then you can see the upcoming great events here at this location. So what we are going to do is we are going to close the Facebook Live. We're going to continue to network here for the next 15 minutes. We will see you at the next event. And again, any comments or questions that you put that on there, we are going to pass forward to Gary and make sure that you know about best next steps to get in touch with him. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you, Facebook audience, and we will see you all here in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.